Nancy's somebody of character who makes commitments and follows through. She can always be depended on to be there, to have thought through issues, and whatever she says is worth listening to.
Anything she engages in, she will knock out of the park. She will take it and she will work on it until she's satisfied, and that's often more than anyone could expect or ask of her.
Nancy has demonstrated exceptional leadership in many areas. She had a distinguished career at Allied Signal, where she became vice president and controller at a time when there were few women who rose to executive positions in American corporations. And she has been active in the not-for-profit world, focusing her energy and considerable intellect on the education sector.
She's got a really big soft heart for social equalizers, and so one of the biggest and most important things for her has always been education and the ability of people to get education, be able to work for themselves under their own power.
Since her arrival at PACE, Nancy has made it her mission to ensure that all PACE students have the tools they need to succeed. Her tireless support for the OASIS program has helped to make it the area's premier program serving students on the autism spectrum, and has enabled it to grow, expanding from its roots on our New York City campus to now serving families and students on our Westchester campus.
What is most special about the OASIS program is its ability to create impactful mentor-student relationships with its academic coaches. The impact of this relationship was so great for me. I became a coach at the OASIS program and developed relationships with many students. I started to pull people forward and pull them into places that they didn't even know they wanted or could have. I think that the program can actually really change lives. My mother has worked on many other projects for education access, including Bronx Preparatory Charter School and financial aid programs for colleges. But for me, PACE will always be an important place and the beginning of educational access to a whole population of disability that can succeed beyond their wildest dreams. Thanks guys so much for working hard to show off how badass my mom is.
It is my pleasure and privilege to ask you to join me as we honor Nancy with PACE's 2021 Impact Award.
Good evening. So it's a little embarrassing being the only person that cursed on the video, but I think it really shows how much my mom means to me and just how amazing she is. I'm here today to talk on behalf of the O'Neill Foundation because of the impact that the OASIS program has made on my entire family, especially myself and my sister. I'm here to announce that the O'Neill Foundation has made a donation of $500,000 for an endowed scholarship to the OASIS program. Thank you very much. And so it's our hope that this scholarship will be used to create opportunities for countless students to be able to pursue their dreams at PACE and to be able to help them overcome those difficulties and get the assistance that they need and rightfully deserve. Thank you very much, and I'd like to call my mother to the stage at this time.
Okay, well, I'm not sure I really have to say anything now. I think I should just sit down. I have to say thank you, Zach, and to Susan, both my buddies. As I look back, I see now that I have always believed in the power of education. As a sophomore in high school, I volunteered as a teaching assistant in the Head Start program in South Orange, New Jersey, the very first year of this countrywide program focused on pre-K children. Fast forward to another groundbreaking program, Bronx Preparatory Charter School. Bronx Prep is one of the first charter schools in New York State and the first charter high school. I believe so fully in the school's ability to transform the lives of the children educated there that I spent 17 years as an active board member and president. Today, my focus is higher education, and I am involved with 3 different institutions of higher ed, my alma mater and those of my twins, Katie and Zach. And what I know firsthand is how each of our schools changed our lives for the better. For me, it was Barnard College. Barnard, a small liberal arts institution for women, exposed me to a variety of fields I didn't know anything about and led me to choose economics as the medium through which I thought I could best understand how the world and the economy work. That led me to getting a PhD in economics from Columbia and a career in academia and then business. For my daughter, it was MIT, well known as a major research university focused on engineering, math, and technology. She attended MIT as a brain and cognitive science major, worked in her field for several years, and is now a software engineer. And for my son, it was Pace. Pace, as we all know, is a university that provides a strong foundation in the liberal arts with an emphasis on the combination of theory and practice. Zach began his journey as a possible anthropology major, then migrated to computer science, and finally graduated cum laude as a history major. After working at Pace for several years, Zach applied to graduate schools of social work and decided to attend NYU, which is where he is now. Each of these schools couldn't be more different, yet each is excellent in its own right. They each provide opportunities for students to explore numerous academic fields, identifying their areas of interest through study and exposure, and ultimately identify their longer-term goals as they graduate and enter the world of work. PACE, though, is the only one that explicitly highlights opportunitas as its motto. And this is one of the things I love about PACE. We believe in that mission, talk about it, even shout about it, and commit lots of resources to it. I love PACE not only for this, but for its inclusiveness. As you know, just over 50% of our students are first-generation students. And as you may know, PACE was one of the first schools in the country to establish a support program, OASIS, for students with autism spectrum disorder. Typically, these students are very smart, but challenged when socially interacting with others. As I said, the program is called OASIS and stands for Ongoing Academic, Social, Instructional Support. Since founded in 2008, this program has served more than 300 students and graduated 95%. Not that I am biased or anything, but one of the best and, of course, most successful graduates of this program is one you heard introduce me earlier. This is just going to be a love fest. My son, Zachary O'Neill. Zach was unsure of himself, intimidated being in a classroom of his peers, and neither the most organized nor a great advocate for himself when he entered PACE. With the support of his OASIS coach, Zach overcame his insecurities and excelled academically. During his time at PACE, Zach grew into a self-confident, articulate young man. He actually was hired as a coach in the OASIS program, as you saw in the video, after graduation, and spent 2 years coaching before starting his program at NYU this fall. I owe PACE a great deal for getting Zach on what I now think of not just as the PACE path, but as the Zach path. And I know he has much to look forward to in his life's journey. So it is for all these reasons I first joined the PACE Board of Directors as the parent rep in 2014, and then as a regular board member the following year. As I said in the beginning, I believe in the power of education, and I believe that PACE has that power to change students' lives for the good. I've seen it firsthand. And I believe with your support, PACE will continue to do so. Thank you.